Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, welcome to, I don't know if we're calling this B-Hog Live. I don't know if we're calling this the X-Fan Show. I don't know if we're calling this the Bottom Line. But what I do know is we are calling this the F.U.E.L. presents a love letter to the fans of the U.F.L. I am one of your hosts, Dirty, and I will bring in my other hosts. You guys know her, you love her, the loudmouth that might be a louder mouth than me, the one and
At
the
times.
only.
Hyena. Well, Amanda, the hyena. Hi, y'all.
That's it. I was hoping you would introduce our next host.
Oh, I
The
will.
guy, well, hold on. The guy that you brought onto this show
Right.
with possibly the most glaringest forehead I've ever seen in my entire
Well, let me
life.
introduce him. So, everybody, I remember the day that I was out for a walk with my dad, and I said, Dad, you really should join this show. You'd be a great addition. You love football. And y'all know him as, what names? Kung Pao, but most of all, Daddy Ed. And I'm so happy he is a part of this show with his daughter.
I think
Hi,
you made
Daddy.
him tear up.
Oh no, nope.
I think you
I'm
made
just
him.
I'm just here living the dream.
So the reason why we decided to do this show a little different tonight is a lot of people have asked us, how do you guys prepare for this show, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go first. Or what do you guys want to go first? One of you guys want to go first on how we prepare for the show, or do you want me to go first and then you guys can kind of elaborate after? We still have one more special guest coming on. I mean, how do you guys want to do it? You want me to go first?
Sure.
So here's the real truth. We don't prepare for this show at all. We have maybe 1, 2 topics, and then the rest is you guys. This show is for the fans, by the fans. You guys, we're just the people that talk every week for you guys. You guys are the actual real host. So it's whatever you guys want to talk about. That's how I see it. So we'll go with the hyena next. I mean, hyena, am I lying or am I telling the truth?
So you're telling the truth. So when we started this show, I remember, well, I shouldn't say that. Let me back up. When I joined the show, I would always ask Dirty, what are we going to talk about? What are we, what are the subjects, all this stuff. And he's like, just study and go in and have a good time. But most importantly, just be yourself. And that's what I love about this show the most, too, is the fact that we can truly be ourselves to who we are and what we stand for. And I couldn't be more excited or happy to be a part of this show for that reason. But yeah, we don't prepare at all.
Look
And
at him,
if
he's getting
you
pissed. Look at him, he's shaking his head.
at all, because
He's
and
shaking
my daddy will
his.
tell you, we
And
do not,
that's
and
what
it irritates him until the bee's knees. Let me
that's
tell
what
you.
drives me up the freaking wall.
Daddy Ed,
Hmm.
you explain. She explained. Daddy Ed, you explain. How does this usually work? How do we usually determine on what we're going to talk about every week on this show?
These two up here, these two up here just read the pulse of the fans, man. They come up with what they want to talk about, and sometimes they include me in on it, and sometimes they don't. And it's just basically at 5 minutes before the show goes live,
Eh,
I'll finally humor them and say, "All right, guys, are you gonna tell me what we're talking about tonight, or you gonna leave me hanging?" And most times they leave me hanging. So we literally, we literally put the show together as it's live,
mhm.
So
and that's why I think Dirty and I are so quick to go back and forth and disagree, because half the time I'm on edge already, so it don't take too much to get
Well,
me
but
going.
here's the deal, everybody. The real reason why we don't do that is because of you, the fans. We go off of your comments, what you say to us, our inboxes, I've gotten inboxes from people asking questions and all that to me, and I love it. Or sending me information about the teams and the league. Again, I love it. So honestly, truly, this show is what this show is because of you, the fans. So yeah.
Yeah. So just the reason why we wanted to do this and just kind of peel back the curtain on this for this show was to really show you guys what this is all
Thank you,
about.
Papa G.
I mean, when Daddy Ed literally says, yes, we are ready for some football, Jimmy. We are all definitely ready for some football. Listen, this show is basically going to be a thank you to you guys and everything that you guys have done for us from when me and Arlington, who is going to be here shortly, when we started this show all the way back in 2020 or 2019. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bringing him on because he's got that thing in his mouth. Look at him. Look how pretty he looks. Look how pretty he looks. You know, so it really, there is no preparation for this show. People say it all the time. What do you guys do? This show is literally you guys. You putting in the comments. This show is you guys. I mean, would you two disagree with me that we're really not the host? It's the people in that chat room who are our host.
100% correct.
We're just their voice.
100% correct. And if it wasn't for the fans, let's be honest, and just like the league, it wouldn't be here without the fans. So we appreciate all of you for sure.
Daddy Ed?
You know, you look at the comments and, you know, I got to get better. I got to get better at watching the comment line. I know that, but, you know, so many times the show is steered by what you guys want to talk about. And it's sometimes it gets some pretty good conversation going on, and, you know, it kind of lets me bring out Dirty being wrong all the time, but
no, not even close. Not even close. I'm never wrong. I'm never
But that's
wrong.
the other best part about this show, honestly, is that we can do things like what my dad has clearly become accustomed to, is that these two go at it with each other with little things. But you know what? We find humor in it. What is life without having a laugh? So it's things like that that make this show.
All right, let's see. Are you done, Brett? Are you done? What you're doing? Okay. Now listen. Here's another guy who's been a huge.
Did you cut me off, sir?
I did. That's part of the show. See, that's the other thing is we just cut each other off.
Yeah, you cut me off. Thank you.
Daddy Ed, he wants to know: are we coming to Arlington week 1? Should we let the cat out of the bag?
Jimmy, you better believe we will be there week 1. The Stallions and the Renegades are going to be an epic game 1, and B-Hawk Live wouldn't miss that game for the world. So, yes, we will be there for sure.
Daddy, it's funny that you say Arlington in the Birmingham, and we will bring in your compadre, especially from the bottom line, the one and the only Brett from the United Football League fan page, the largest fan group page that we are a part of, and you can catch our show right there on that page. Brett, you've been a big supporter of mine in Arlington's since day one. We went back and forth plenty of times of which league was better and all of that stuff, right?
Right.
Not as one of our contemporaries now, right? But as one of our peers with us broadcasting on the bottom line with Daddy Ed. What was it that made you decide to start watching our show in the first place? Because you're in Alabama.
Man, I'm just a big spring football fan, and you guys were the first big spring football podcast, and you guys had the big fan base, and you know, I just latched on to you, I guess probably in 2019, and I've been a fan of you guys ever since. What's up, guys? And I'm just happy to be a part of it. I really enjoy and glad that you added Amanda and Daddy Ed to the show, and I just Man, I just want to be a part of the family, so to speak. I mean, we've kind of all got the same goal, and that's to continue to promote spring football. And I'm very happy to be here and thankful that you guys have given me, the opportunity to kind of come on and talk with you guys because I really enjoy it. I could sit there and talk football all day long, which you guys know. So
Well,
thank you again, and thank you especially to the fans, like they had mentioned. Without the fans, we wouldn't be doing this, and we wouldn't have the platform that we have to do this. So, and I'm telling you guys what, Ed and Amanda and Dirty are aware of this, but in our group right now, we're getting 100, 150 requests per day, which is a fantastic sign. That the league is drawing a lot of attention, and that really looks to be it looks to be a positive thing. 65 days from kickoff, that's a very good sign for attendance this upcoming season and viewership on TV. So I'm pumped.
all right, so here, like we said, this show is literally a love letter to you guys. Told you, I've peeled it back. We've got literally nothing to talk about. So right here, Andrew says it. My wife and my family, and I want to ask you guys how you feel about this because this has consumed my life for going almost on 6 years now. My wife and family get tired of me talking about the UFL and the Battlehawks. So it's nice to have a place to talk about it with people that care as much as I do. I mean, let's, Brett, you already talked. So, Daddy Ed, what do you think of that?
Well, all I'm going to say first is I see Jimmy. I see Jimmy chiming in the corner talking about all the big hoopla leading up to the Renegade Stallions. All I got to say is I've had to listen to this guy over here talk about the Stallions nonstop in their 150-man roster that they carry. There is going to be a measuring stick this wide and this high. Everybody's eyes are going to be on week 1, Stallions versus Renegades. Jimmy's been touting all off season that the Renegades were all that they were the champions and they were the eye of the XFL. Jimmy, don't you let me down. Because if you go out there week 1 against the Stallions and you lay a big egg, I ain't ever going to let you live that down. Ever.
Now, Daddy Ed, let's go back to the actual question that I asked you.
You'll have to remind me because the minute I read all these posts down here, I had to, my blood started
Okay,
boiling.
before you, Brett, would you like to counteract what Jimmy is saying?
It's going to be a good game, but it's going to be a good game, and I'm excited. I'm pumped. It's the first game of the new league, which it should be the 2 defending champions. But we do also have to remember it's just one game. That whoever Arlington could lose game 1 and end up to champions. Stallions could lose game 1 and end up to champions. It's just one game. I live it 1 week at a time. I'm not cocky or arrogant. I'm very proud of what the Stallions have accomplished the first 2 years, and I'm very excited about the roster that we have right now. But once again, 1 week at a time.
All 150 of them. All right,
all
now,
150 of them.
Daddy
We
Ed,
try to get to 175. I'm working on it.
Andrew says, and right here, this is one of the reasons, and I want to get your 3 take on this right here. Andrew says it right here. My wife and my family get tired of me talking to UFL and the Battlehawks, so it's nice to have a place to talk about it with people that care as much as I do about it. How does that make you guys feel as knowing that we're that outlet for Andrew to come to talk about the Battlehawks, to say his grievances? Daddy Ed, how does that make you feel?
I can't think of another way. I've been fans of many different teams over the course of my lifetime. This is the first time that I've actually been a fan of a team that I kind of feel like I'm extra part of it, I guess you would say. And I don't know. I look at this show as an outlet to just basically fans to come on and just, whether it's good, whether it's bad, just talk football, talk philosophies, talk, you name it, talk crap. If you're talking about Jimmy, you're talking sometimes about crap because he can lay it on pretty thick sometimes. So, but I mean, it's just, the tailgating. I've tailgated
Well, we're gonna
for,
get into tailgating. We're gonna get into
but I know, but
tailgating.
for a couple seasons I've tailgated, and you tailgate and you go to the game, but now it's got a little extra twist. You're running into people that you recognize from the show, from the comment lines. You get a chance to talk to them personally on the side, and it's just, you definitely do. It's become just a big St. Louis family.
Well, I mean, not just the St. Louis family, as you see right here. We have Odin from down there in the Roughneck Nation. It's this whole F.U.E.L thing has become a family.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy's saying he's going to be in Lot D. Bill Alexander saying go Boach 12-0. Hey, I actually I said it last night. My second favorite uniform might be the Memphis Show.
Can you imagine that first trip down I-55?
It's going to be pretty good. Are we going to let the hyena? Are we going to let the hyena answer? Here we go.
I don't care who wants in, whether it's a bus or a car or you name it. Whoever wants in can go, because
welcome to the Daddy Ed Show.
Yeah.
It is what it is, baby.
Hyena, back to Andrew's question. He says he likes it to where he can come here and talk about the UFL and the Battlehawks with people like us. I mean, like, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot, coming from the fact that I am a mom of a special needs child, whom a lot of you know, but this was my outlet during that time. And this is what I have, a bond with my father that I literally have now because of this show. And we both use this as our outlet. And my dad's been there with me through a lot with my son. And so we've done a lot of talk of football throughout that time. So honestly, like, this is my outlet because it's really hard at different times. But we'll get into Autism Speaks Walk later. But yeah, without this show, it'd be really hard, to be honest with you.
And I even survived a road trip to D.C. last year with my daughter. Just her and I hitting the lonely road, heading to D.C. and coming back the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can survive that, that spring football is sitting.
All right, Brett, with you having one of the largest spring football league pages with the United Football League fan page. For you, what does it mean to do a show like The Bottom Line, to come on our show every now and then and chime in, to know that there are other fans out there that this is their getaway? Because I know, let's get a little personal, because like I said, we're ripping away the book. And then when 2020 happened, me and Brett had some very, very, and I think that's why we've grown so close. Me and Brett had some very, very serious conversations about some things over COVID. And I think that started because of the XFL and USFL and spring football. And then we grew into that relationship. He's a diehard Trump lover, and he'll tell you I'm a dumb libtard. That's what he'll tell you. But that's what it's all about with us. But, Brett, so Brett, for you, what does it mean that somebody like Andrew can come to a place like this and just to get away for an hour every day and talk about spring football?
Man, it's awesome. I've met so many cool people in my spring football group and on your shows, and people that I've met when I flew to Arlington for the town hall for the XFL last year, and when I'm in Birmingham. There's people that have flown all over that I've met. Now one of them's an admin that lives in Pennsylvania. I've met other people from all over the country that are just like us, that just like football and just enjoy spring football. And man, I've had them I've sat with them at the championship game in Canton last year. I've gotten them, seats to our suite in Birmingham the last couple of years, and it's formed friendships. Without spring football and this show and my group, man, I wouldn't been able to meet any of you guys, and it's really been awesome, and I hope to continue to meet more and more people from all over the country, and that we'll be able to hang out and hopefully hook up at some of these games in Birmingham and Arlington and Memphis, and it's man, we definitely share the same hobby and same passion. And there's some, like I said, it's hard to describe. It's just something about spring football and everything that we've went through with spring football over the years has all kind of bonded us together. We all feel like we are a part of the league, and that we've helped form the leagues, and that our opinions matter, and things like that. So something you don't get with big time college football or the NFL. So that's why I have such a big heart for spring football. But
Yeah.
I'll shut up now.
It's funny you said that. I know I almost got you teared up too when I was talking about a little bit of our past there. I saw that. I saw you start to tear up, even though you hate it, even though I'm a dumb libtard, as you like to call me.
He was probably thinking of my picks last weekend.
Oh, is that what it was? I mean, like when we started this show back in 2019, the league wasn't formed. I mean, me and Arlington were like the first two people out there talking about the Battlehawks. Well, it wasn't even the Battlehawks at the time. It was the XFL STL talk show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go. If you guys want to come on the show and explain to us why you watch this show, why you like spring football, please click the link. We will let you guys come on.
We would love it. We would love it.
Yeah, we would love for you guys because, again, we said this show is about you guys. You guys dictate what happens in this show. Okay, I got a question for you guys. Now, Brett, like I said, you've been around for a while, Brett, so you've seen it. You were on the original XFL STL talk show. I could say that now because, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? You were on the original XFL STL talk show. Did you really think that show would have the impact that it had for spring football?
Yeah, I hope so. I absolutely hope so. And, we never saw what was going to happen in 2020 with COVID and everything it did, and shut down the league and shut down everything else. So, at the time I thought, that you guys were onto something, and that the league was definitely onto something because it had drew such a cult like following, and man, it just seemed like, look, we've got something here, and then all of a sudden everything happened that happened, but here we still are, and we're still fighting. Spring football's still going on. And now I feel like we're really headed in the right direction with this merger. And I think we'll be doing this show and watching these shows and following spring football for a long, long time. So
yeah, now
I'm pumped.
Right, exactly. So I'll go to the Hyena and Ed. You guys had been following, like right here what Denzel said. I remember the XFL STL talk show. You guys were following us way back in 2020. I remember we talked about this, and we finally figured out where the first time we met, it was at a happy hour at the Post in Fenton, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, what was it that turned you guys on? Because now you're talking 3 years later, here you guys are on B-Hog Live, which we've changed into B-Hog Live because, we had to because of IPs. But, like, what was it that turned you on about all of this and got you into this? Who wants to go first? I don't care.
I will.
Of course you will.
The thing that turned me on the most was honestly the fact that you can be yourself. So I feel like we are all close. We all have one thing in common. We all love football. So I just truly think just being able to come on this platform and just to be yourself, whether it's silly or whatever, who doesn't matter. The whole point of I love the fact that I can be me, and you should be able to. and I love it. So yeah, that's my answer.
Daddy Ed?
Well, I think the proof's in the pudding, and last week was a perfect example. I think when we have guests on our show, whether it's coaches, players, you name it, when we interview them, it's not your normal stick in the mud, can question interview. I truly feel like our guests have fun when they come on our show. And if you doubt me, just look at their face. So, the last week, the Bottom Line show, Brett and I and Eric, we had Coach Becht on, and anybody watching that interview will tell you it was obvious that Coach Becht
Having
enjoyed
the
that
best
interview.
time.
This
And
is why
that's-
I love Daddy Ed, Brett. This is why I love him. I asked him, I was like, what was it that turned you onto this show in the original way back in 2020? And he goes on a whole nother tangent. This is why I love him.
Well, that's been, well,
He's getting to that
I was
point,
feeding
though.
off. I was feeding off my daughter.
Okay. My bad.
All I remember about 2020 was it the Post or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
All I remember is going to that thing, hearing you talk, and thinking to myself, God, if I'm ever on that show, I'll just eat his lunch, man. And so now this year really being the full first year, proof is in the pudding, like I said. But no, I just think that what's refreshing about the show is that whether it's guests, whether it's us talking amongst ourselves,
Well,
you name it.
That's funny that you say that, Daddy Ed, because we do have somebody who's not scared. It's a fan of this show. He can rub people the wrong way, but you gotta love him. He's definitely passionate about his team. And
the good doctor.
No, it ain't the good doctor.
How did I know
It's
that?
Mr. Jimmy Hanna, the Arlington Renegades.
No.
Jimmy, how are you, sir?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing, bro? How y'all doing from Texas?
Hi, Jimmy.
We're doing good.
What's up,
We're
man?
doing good. Now, Jimmy, if I'm not mistaken, before I get to ask you to let you say your piece of why you watch this, why you pay attention to all this stuff and all that stuff, if I'm not mistaken, you recently moved to San Antonio.
That is correct. I live in San Antonio now, but my heart is in Arlington. My heart is with the Renegade. Yes.
No. You can no longer be a Renegade fan. You have to be a Promise fan.
No, sir, I'm not.
Yes, that's how it works.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. He has this problem of cutting people off. I'm sorry.
We did not put him up to that, Jimmy. This is dirty going off on his own.
You can take the boy out of Arlington, but you can't take the Arlington out of the boy.
So Jimmy, why is it that each week for 2-3 hours a week you tune in to our little F.U.E.L network to watch what we have to say about this spring football?
We have, like you said, we have everything in common with each other. We may represent different teams. We may have feelings towards every other team and towards our teams, but we all have the same love, and that's the love for this league. That's the love for our individual teams. You can get on this site with you guys and you can talk a lot of trash, but when it comes all down to it, we're all UFL family. We're all Renegades. We're all Stallions. We're all Battlehawks. We're going to talk mess. We're going to talk trash. And you know as well as anybody, I do the best talking out of anybody because I love my team. When they were sucking,
you ready?
When they were sucking at the middle of the year, everybody was trashing us. Everybody was shooting us out of the bucket. But you know what? I stuck with it. I showed up at every game. I was at the XFL South Championship. I was at the, XFL Championship. I didn't waver 1 minute from my Renegades.
There you go.
But all I can say, Jimmy, so far, against the Battlehawks, the Renegades are 0-for.
That is correct.
They are 0-for.
That was before we got Luis Perez, though, okay? That was before we got Luis Perez. So you remember that.
Is
When
he
he came
coming? Is he
aboard,
coming
we
back?
became a whole different team.
All right, Jimmy, like we said, F.U.E.L presents a love letter to the fans of the UFL. So
Man.
from the bottom of my heart here with F.U.E.L, B-Hawk Live, X-Fan Show, I want to say thank you for being a supporter of ours. Keep up the good work and all that good stuff. And thank you for for supporting us for the past 5 years.
And
Brett,
yes,
I want to let you know, sir, I appreciate coming on to your group. You got an awesome group. We're going to make this thing grow, brother. I look forward to seeing you on March 30th. I look forward to watching the game with you, brother, and I appreciate everything you do. Amanda, you're great. Don't stop doing what you're doing. We love all of you guys, and I love all y'all too. Go Renegades. We're going to kick some ass, brother.
See you,
All right,
Jimmy.
There goes Jimmy. All right, you guys. I mean, listen, the co-founder of this monstrosity has joined us. The one and the only,
the A-Train Arlington Lane, baby.
The A-Train Arlington Lane.
So
how are you, sir?
So
man.
Are you finally done with your on-field experience? I don't see you in the stadium anymore. You finally got that on-field done, huh?
That's gone.
Okay.
We're done. We're done. We're done with that.
You'll say that's the longest on-field experience I've ever seen.
Over.
They took his on-field pass away.
It's over. Hey, we got some more fans though. First off, I want to say thank you, Dirty, for that wonderful introduction, man. But also, man.
Well, hold on. Let me do this real quick. No offense, Hyena and Ed and Brett. I'm gonna remove you three real quick because I do want to say something. Because this is the love fest. This is a love letter. So I'm removing these guys.
Hey, we going back to what it used to be?
No, you guys can stay there. You can stay there. I do got to say this to you, brother. I love you. Thank you for riding on this ride with me for the last 5 years and all of the turmoil that I have put you through for 5 years. For 5 years. Yes, is it 2019 over again? Yes. But no, seriously, bro. Thank you for putting up with my monstrosity, my craziness that I have done. And if you had more white hair, if you had hair, it would be really white because of the nonsense I put you through all the time. So thank you. I love you, bro.
Are you trying?
Should I bring the other guys in now? Should I bring the other guests back?
Are you trying to make me tear up on this show? Are you
I
really
am.
trying
Let's
to
bring back Ed and Amanda. So there we go. Let's bring them back.
Big Papa G's got to grab that link, man. How can you not
You're
have
right.
Big
Look,
Papa
right here.
in
Big
there?
Papa G says, he goes, I invited you guys on the stage at 2020 for the real tailgate party in front of the dome. Saw the show a week before and contacted you guys. Best things ever, friends for life.
Yo, appreciate it.
Kevin goes, it's a daily basis for 5 years. I don't know how you do it, A-Train.
Listen.
Me neither.
Listen. There are some conversations that we cannot have on this show tonight. As a matter of fact, I'm not.
What are you doing? I put you. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all?
No, now I can. I put you on the big screen all by yourself, and
that's fine.
And then you get kicked off. You kick yourself off.
Listen,
like what's wrong with you?
Listen, check this out.
Oh my god!
If it wasn't for all those, we've had conversation after conversation after conversation about what we do on this show. There's no show without Dirty. I can't do what we do, good cop, bad cop, or handle professional and unprofessional without this dude. I do this every week, man. And like, I love him, man. That's my brother, dude. Like, you don't understand how much he's been there for me in dark times. You just do not understand. Like, and I appreciate all of the UFL fans that have, when I went through dark times, that were there for me, especially one Sandy Johnston. I gotta shout her out because she was there at a dark time in my life. And Amanda was there at a dark time in my life. Ed, you just getting into the whole fray, man, but you've been there, and what we've been able to do over this last year and sorts. I thank you all, man. You just don't. Keelan, what's going on, man? Y'all don't understand how much doing this show means to me. Like, it's everything. And Dirty, like, dude, I don't even understand how people cannot like you for who you are. You just act a fool.
I can.
You just act a fool. You act a fool on the show, man. But if
here,
you
like
actually,
Mike says, right here.
Do you see me?
Mike says if we could get a fan experience like Bill Mafia's tailgate, or when I'm jumping through flaming tables, or wait, what else am I getting, Arlington? Hold on. What else am I getting? Let me stand up in the studio. Or getting
Please don't fall.
Oh my God. I go
this day, right here on a Friday night because of people.
To this day, I still don't wonder how you idiots, fools, people said y'all were gonna watch him get a tattoo.
Here he goes. Here he goes. The tattoo.
This is the honest to God true story. Yesterday I'm flipping through my phone, and all of a sudden here's this guy lifting another guy up on his shoulder, and he flips him onto a flaming table. Now this guy that got thrown on the flaming table, I swear to God, when I saw it, I could have swore it was Dirty. So right away, I said, Mama Bear, look at this. We're finally going to get to see Dirty going through the flaming table, because I remembered when you talked about getting, second-degree burns on your...
First degree all the way up my pants leg.
So, anyway, so this guy falls on the table. He gets up, and his whole backside goes up in flames. And that's why I was convinced it was Dirty. And I had Mama Bear look in, and we were looking, we thought, and she said, yeah, the guy was an idiot. And then, as we look at it more, we saw the Buffalo Bill emblem on the guy's hat.
Are you talking?
And we thought, oh no, this was a Buffalo Bill.
Here it is, just for you people. This is courtesy of Yahoo Sports. I'm not gonna play. Well, you know, this is on Yahoo Sports, so let's do this. Ready?
Dirty.
All right, listen, you guys got us to 2020. I said I jumped through it. Hurry up,
Didn't work so well.
Dirty. That was so weak.
It did work so well. I had first-degree burns all the way up my leg. All right, so we have some fans here. Before we bring on the one, let's bring on Kurt from the U.F.L. fan den.
Bring him on,
Kurt, how are you, sir?
Hey, Dirty. Hey, A-Train, finally got on here. How you been?
How are you, sir?
How have you been?
Well, you know, it's just living the dream, doing this craziness that we do.
Good.
Every week.
How you guys thinking about March 30th?
March 30th, I'm looking forward to it. Me and Daddy Ed are going to be in Arlington for that first game. So, yeah. That's where we're going to be.
You're going to be in Arlington?
We are. We're going to be there in Arlington.
Wait,
Arlington got to be in Arlington too. D.C.
You're going to be in D.C.?
Yeah, I'm going to try to get there a couple of times this year.
There you go. They're saying Ocho to the Memphis Showboat, so that'd be interesting.
I seen that.
Yeah.
So, Kurt, what is it that turned you on to our show? And
I don't know.
Why?
I like you guys. I want to get on the show. I want to get on the show is what I'd like to do.
All right, we'll figure that you got to reach out to Arlington. You got to reach out to him. He's the one that helps us with all that stuff. He's the one that does all that. So you got to reach out to Arlington.
And I want you guys on my show.
Right there.
Yeah.
That's the guy you got to talk to right there. That's the guy.
All right.
He's the one that sets all of it up for us.
All right, Mr. A-Train, I'll talk to you.
Okay, fine.
All right. Hey, thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it. I got to bring on this other special guest we got coming on too. All right. Have a good one.
All right, guys, later, and have a good one. I'll see you at the games.
All right, that'll work.
Absolutely.
Bye.
All right, so let's bring Brett back on. Brett's right back there. There's the link. You click on the link. Brett, how are you, sir?
What's up, fellas?
Yeah,
All right.
we saw you lost it. All right, Arlington. Daddy Ed and Amanda, who don't know, right? The next guy we're gonna bring on is, I don't know how this guy has decided to even remotely work with this in the past for as long as he has. Daddy Ed, we actually might have found somebody who has a bigger glare on their forehead than you.
I don't know.
But he does.
I
will
don't know.
say this.
Well, let's see it.
He does have one of the most stellar beards I've ever seen.
Yes.
In my entire life.
To this day.
It is literally the best thing I've ever seen. The one and only Derek King, co-founder of Gateway City Sports.
Baby.
Hello,
it's
Derek. How are
definitely more
you?
shiny. It's definitely more shiny.
That's after the baby powder.
Oh, I got to try that.
Hey, yes.
Mama Bear's got to work on it.
So,
look at that.
I was watching and paying very, very close attention. I'm a very astute student of what goes on here on UFan Legion. And one of the very things that caught my attention over this last couple of minutes was that lovely video of a blue helmeted, Papa Smurf looking guy that decided to go nuts first through a flaming table. And I thought to myself, I've seen a lot of Bills fans. Okay. I've seen a lot, and I've seen a lot of stuff. I'm concerned. I'm concerned for you, Dirty. I really am. I'm worried because I'm worried you got brain damage from that.
Oh, that's a given.
Because you did go head first. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You did it. Hey, you stood up on your end of the bargain.
I did.
You told the fans and you told everybody online and that followed the show. You're like, hey, if you guys do this, if you help me with this, I'm going to go through a table. You did it. I mean, you fried your giblets in the process, but you did it.
The fans did it to get him there, right?
No. Let's not blame the fans for this one. Let's just put it solely where the blame belongs. And now all I got to say is one other thing. Up just above my head here, this lovely, lovely man right here. Everybody's got a nickname, right? Everybody's got a nickname. We got A-Train. We got. Why you guys do this to Amanda? Why you call her hyena? Really?
Hold on.
Listen,
that wasn't us. That was actually the fans. Started calling her the Queen Hyena.
Queen Hyena. Why? Because her dad's name's Big Daddy Ed, and one of the hyenas from Lion King was Ed. I mean, Ed? Ooh.
No.
Was that what it was?
That's why right there. Because she just laughs and cackles like a hyena the entire show.
Oh, God forbid someone has a sense of humor.
I just want to say to the Predator couple that seems to have such a hard time saying Big Daddy Ed. Did you notice how easy it slid off his lips? Just try it one time. Big Daddy Ed. And you'll be hooked for life.
Well, all you got to do, okay, is you just have to watch Kick-Ass a couple of times, and then Big Daddy just flows.
That's right. Big Daddy's always flow, baby.
I'm seeing everybody. Everybody's got a nickname, right? You got Dirty. You got Hyena. You got A-Train. You got Big Daddy, right?
Right.
A-Train. We got to change it up. We can't call you A-Train no more. We can't
change it up, bro.
We got to change it up. I'm telling you right now, lock it in. Flag it. Date is 1/24/745. Flag it. A-Train, you are no longer the A-Train.
Okay.
You are now referred as Black Beauty. That's it. From here on out. You, my man. You know
sorry.
You know that's good. That's it now.
Derek King does not reflect the views and expressions.
Take his window down. Let him re-sign on to his studio so he can have the name that
just so everybody knows. My name's right down here. So when you make out the checks, all right, you can't misspell it. Right there. It's easy and it's simple. The thing is that and this is in all honesty.
Arlington, I'm wondering. Arlington, Arlington, how many times have we lost control of this show?
It's out of control. It's absolutely out of control.
Anymore.
You are lucky.
It's not even on our hands.
You are lucky that I haven't dipped into the bourbon yet. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank God. Thank God.
It could be.
Oh my God! Look at this. It's already starting, Arlington. Black Beauty is speechless.
There it is. There it is.
Oh God!
There
it's
it
already
is.
started.
I've done it. Thank
oh
you
my
to the
God,
masses
Arlington!
and
It's your
fans
buddy
out there.
Denzel.
Of all the people,
it's your man.
That's the last I could expect.
All right, here. Well, we got Big Daddy Ed, so let's bring on another Big Papa, the one and only Big Papa.
There we go.
Papa G, that's my dude.
The show just got legit.
Big Papa G, you heard Arlington's new name as being the other, as being Hispanic descent and all of that, right? What do you think of his new name that was given to him by Derek King?
I don't know. I don't want to say nothing rude, but A-Train, Wakanda forever.
I saw that.
You saw that, right? You saw that.
I saw that. But hey,
as soon as I heard that Black Beauty thing, I was like, okay, I gotta put on my Puerto Rican hat because I gotta make sure that
look at
y'all killing A-Train up here.
All right, let's hold on. Let's get back on track because this is a love letter to the fans. You got anybody can join us. Arlington, put the link back up. Derek, you've been a big supporter of mine and Arlington's from 2020. You went to what happened to the hyena? Where did she go?
She'll be back.
Yeah. Arlington or Derek, you went to Arlington with us for the very first game with the Renegades and the Battlehawks. What was it? Why did you decide to, with Gateway City and all that, decide to stick your boat to me in Arlington?
Pause.
Okay, so
Arlington said pause. Why pause, Arlington?
Because that was nasty.
That was what?
Nasty. He said stick your boat. That's nasty, man.
I said, okay, whatever.
Come on, dude.
This damn show has gone to hell in a handbasket, and you just completely lost control. This is spiraling into an abyss.
Wait, here's the real question.
Pit.
Hold on. Here's the real question.
It happens when Amanda's not there too.
Right.
That's
here's
true.
The real question.
That is true.
Did it really, or has it always been like that because we don't control this show?
That is a very good question.
Andrew goes, that's not Arlington. It's Black Beauty.
It's Black Beauty. He's very pretty. He's always been pretty.
A very beautiful man.
He is. He's precious as a lamb.
Nervous when y'all say that about me.
He is a very beautiful man.
Soft. So soft.
Arlington is a very beautiful man. I have to agree.
So okay,
see, this is why the show is great.
Well, I mean, this ain't rated G. This is after hours. Come on.
No, hold on. No,
you can't handle the heat. You got to get out of the kitchen, baby.
This show has always been about the fans. It's always been about us being honest on this show with the fans. And it's always for the fans to be honest to where they can come and express their views and all of that. That's why we've always done the show the way that we've done it.
Right. And
I mean, look, I know Arlington wasn't on, but Arlington, I'm going to ask you, Arlington, have we really ever considered ourselves the host of the X-Fan show, the XFL STL Talk show? See, everybody keeps yelling at me because they're saying, "Are we talking about?" They're wanting me to call you that, and I just can't. But Arlington, have we ever really claimed to be the host of this show?
We just are moderators, man. Y'all are the reason why the conversation goes the way that it goes, because y'all keep bringing out different things, different topics, and it becomes a mesh and it becomes a bowl of fun, man, because you never know what the conversation is going to be. All we do is read the comments. That's all we do. That's why there's no set plan of what we do on this show. None. What's the point? You say something, and then it goes.
Look, Arlington, you got him. Look, he's over here. He's flipping out. Look, he's getting mad. Look, the white spot on his head's starting to turn red because you're making him mad because he loves to be organized.
Oh, yeah. You know how I like to be organized.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about Big Daddy Ed, Eric.
Oh, Big Daddy.
Derek.
Yeah, for once, it's nice when they refer to someone's forehead shining to think it's somebody else. Thank you for.
I mean, at least they're referring to your head and not my nose.
Hold on. So, Javier, listen. Javier, I want to tell you something, buddy. I'm going to tell you something. Thank you, Scott. Javier, listen, I know you don't like me, buddy. I know you don't. That's cool. But you know what? I love you. I love you because each and every single week you come on this show and you talk mad trash on this show about me. And for that, I respect you and I love you because that's what this show is about. I never take it personally when you sit there and you bash me and tell Arlington to kick me off the show or tell the hyena and Daddy Ed that Dirty is an idiot. Yes, I am an idiot. I will admit it. I am an idiot.
Just like that. Exactly. That's how we do things here on the with F.U.E.L, man. I kick them off in a heartbeat.
Well, yeah. Once you admit you're an idiot, what's the point? You just as well take them off, right?
I'm getting scared with all the people that are coming on the show. I'm getting scared.
Oh, look at this, Arlington.
I'm getting scared. I'm waiting for Pat Williams to show up all of a sudden now.
Right, look, he says, I missed the Afternoon Delight show, you guys, special shows you guys used
Listen,
to do.
We had a lot of fun. I'm telling you, man, we could go on at any freaking time during the day.
Well, let's get to Derek. Let's get back to Derek, and then we'll get to Big Papa G because I do want to start giving our thank yous here real quick. So Derek, thank you, Mr. Vance. Thank you.
I hate all of y'all. As a matter of fact. You call me black.
Listen,
thank you, John.
Do you know what a goat? Do you know what a goat looks like? Let me tell
okay.
you.
That's what you're talking about. All right.
Nasty,
right, yeah.
Ugly.
Derek, why was it? Why did you decide to put us on Gateway City Sports? Why did you decide to work with us all these years ago?
So this actually goes back several years, and Arlington can attest for this. Me and Arlington have had a relationship in the sports media business going back, what it has been 2018, 2017, something like that.
Yeah.
And he was actually one of the first people that stumped for me and gave me a platform years ago and allowed me to write and peddle my wares and do the things that I did getting into this industry. When nobody else would give me a chance, nobody else would give me a shot or a sniff, and nobody else would tell you, how do you start this? How do you do this? What is it that you need to acquire? The skills, the assets. And Arlington was one of the very first people to work with me on those things. And I've never forgotten it. And I've always greatly appreciated everything that he's done. And I don't want this to turn into one of these big old kiss ass fests. Everybody's smooching, everybody's on the cheek and holding each other's hands. The reality of it is that it took time, like any relationship does. And trust was built and developed over time to when he had, partnered with Dirty and, started doing what this has evolved into now. I felt that it was one of the very first, most genuine, whenever I watched the show, I felt like it was one of the very first, most genuine articles that were actually out there in the sphere, that where the fans were actually involved, and they didn't look at it as one of these things where, well, this is all about us and it's the most important thing. I will say this and state it for the record. Dirty and Arlington were the very first ones to start a show, to have it fan-based, and not be bought out like all the rest of them were, to get paid, to get huge dollars to do everything else. Yes, there's been sponsors. There's been stuff like that. That's part of the business. Is what it is. But the reality that they did what they did and they did the best of what they could. That's what you respect for both of these gentlemen. Now, I will say this: this one over here, I met him. I want to punch him in his nose. I'm gonna be honest. He made me so mad the first time I met him because I didn't understand it and I didn't get it. And I get this little guy coming up to me with a Napoleon complex, and he's running around all over the place. He's I looked at Arlington. I'm like, what's this guy's deal? And then finally, once I came to the realization that it was kind of more of a caricature, and how he developed his persona and how he went about things, that's whenever I started to see the forest amongst the trees, and I started to realize, wow, this guy really gets it. He gets it. He understands. But the very biggest thing that was important to me was when people would pile onto Arlington about whatever. Dirty, you were the first one to his defense. Very first one. There was nobody else. It was you. You had his back from the very beginning. And you got to give all the respect in the world for that. And to where nobody else would do it. And you're getting attacked from every which angle. Right? I mean, you were going through you went through some stuff, right? Okay.
Hurry up, Derek. We got another guest that needs to come on. And Big Papa G still has to talk.
I'm on, baby. I'm on. My time. Woo! My time. I paid for it. I'm the champ.
All right, hold on.
Look,
We're going to cut you off because, listen, there's a lot of things that we've done with F.U.E.L. Okay? Hi, Big Papa G. I didn't forget about you, buddy. Look at you. Look at you, you big sexy man, you. Big sexy Puerto Rican man. Look at you.
Seriously.
Look at you. You big sexy Puerto Rican man, muscle of a man.
He even looks like he smells good.
Well, okay, here. He does. Speaking of charities that we've done, I went, Big Papa G was ringing the bell at Salvation Army. Big Papa G said he needed some help. So Dirty, I came. Dirty showed up for him. We were out there ringing the bell. Well, we weren't ringing the bell. We were singing and playing music, and it was cold as dog poo-poo that day because I was in shorts, and I had to walk into Sam's Club and buy some pants. Right, Papa G?
Yep, that's correct.
Right, yeah. Correct. So before we bring you on to talk about the charity, I do want to bring on somebody that helped us put on a charity event. Hello, Sandy. That helped us put on a charity event all the way down there in Houston, Texas. The one and the only, the Brahma Babe. For some reason, I don't know why she's even... How did she do the heart thing?
Like that.
Well, how did they do that? What it?
I'll teach you one day.
Are you that dumb?
I don't know how to do that.
Are you serious?
Well, Arlington.
See?
Because Travis Kelsey learned really quickly.
What? Yes, it did not work for us.
We're not special. We don't have the magic fingers.
Your fingers don't bend like that, sir.
We're not women either.
I guess. But Brahma Babe, this, as you see the title of the show, it's a love letter from the for the fans of the UFL. You're down there in San Antonio. You helped us with F.U.E.L. And you wanted to come on and tell a story about what happened in Houston for our event, and this is why we do what we do. So go ahead.
Absolutely, you guys. And the thing is we all have such great personalities and out there. We put ourselves out there for games, the horns, the mask, all of that, and we're passionate about our teams. But when we come together and F.U.E.L has developed and we do these events and these charitable events, it's a different side. You guys have become family, and let's just say it's February 14th early. And you drop the egos, you drop that, and you do what's important. And, when I came out to St. Louis, I didn't know you guys, but you embraced me, you welcomed me, and we came together to see that there's a bigger picture. And, when we sat down and we're like, we love doing this, the event in St. Louis for Autism Speaks was, just near and dear to your hearts, especially, and in ours, as I learned more about the charity, things like that. But when we sat down and decided to, continue this and head to Houston, we had some big decisions and where we wanted to go with this and who we wanted to work, to raise money for. And we decided on the Houston area Women's Center. And when we did that, we took a chance. We really did. Because we decided to help out an organization that deals with some pretty hardcore subject matter in domestic violence, human trafficking, interpersonal violence. And as we all know, and we love football, but it is a sport that has a stigma and has some, attachment to domestic violence and things that have occurred off the field. And, we didn't necessarily have to go there, but we did. And when we did, and we went and we did this event, it really hit home to hear, a story. And I'm not gonna, put too much information out on the person because that's not my place. But to have someone walk up and tell you, hey, I've experienced this firsthand. I'm going to bid on these items. I don't know if I'm going to go home with them, but I want to give back. And this may not be the organization that helped me personally when I went through domestic violence, but it is an organization that gives back. And it is an organization that you guys are helping raise for that help people like myself that went through this firsthand. I mean, it literally gave me chills, and it brought a tear to my eye because it wasn't anything necessarily of being a roughneck, being a San Antonio Brahma, being a battle hog. It was about taking that craziness that we do on game day, putting it aside to help raise funds for people that need it. And to hear someone come up and say that and tell us thank you, and thank you for doing this, and thank you for bringing this subject to the forefront and to the public, it really touched my heart, and it makes what we are doing and what we're wanting to pursue and continue to do with F.U.E.L so important. And we're all loud and crazy and we joke around. There is this group that many of you guys don't see and may not ever see on a personal level, but the hearts of these people are so big, and it goes beyond fandom, and it goes into taking those chances on charities or subject matter that's not easy to talk about, but is a reality. Human trafficking occurs at many of the sporting events, huge sporting events in the United States. Domestic violence is something that affects people that maybe they don't talk about. And this person didn't have to share that story, but hearing that makes it even more of why we want to do this. And not everyone has to do it, and I get it. Not everyone's going to want to do it. You guys have expanded the podcast about football. You commit the time. We don't just plan this in a couple of days. These things go on for months and months.
Well, we plan this show in just like 5 minutes every week that we do it, so we don't really put a whole lot of planning. According to Daddy Ed, he said, I get on the thing with Hyena and Dirty, and 5 minutes later, this is what we're going to talk about. When the most of the stuff, like right here, Big Papa G, who's just been sitting there very quietly waiting his turn to talk, just put up there, don't miss the Battlehawk night at Busch Stadium on Monday the 22nd, where you get a Battlehawk cap. Finally, Battlehawks getting in there. But no, Renee, just from the bottom of our heart and all that, I want to say thank you for being part of the F.U.E.L, all of that, for helping us put on that event in Houston and all of that stuff. I just want to say thank you to that. That means a lot to all of us.
Well, same here, and thank you for embracing me and my crazy personality. And when it comes down to it, it's there's so much to this, and I hope that we can inspire others to take that chance and know that even if it's little, and don't be afraid to use passion.
See, I got goosebumps because Will, I see you back there, Will. I'm gonna get you on, Will. Don't worry. Arlington, I thought we were gonna go an hour, but it looks like we're going into overtime. We had the hyena up there crying from what Brahma Babe was saying in the background, and Daddy Ed, he started tearing up too. Even Derek started tearing up. I didn't tear up because I have no emotions.
The lies you
whatever.
tell. The lies you tell.
But listen,
Lies you
somebody, when we were in San Antonio, and this is how we met her. She had watched her show. I'm going to leave you on, Brahma Babe, so we can put her on. She's a very, very bossy person, I have to say. I mean, she's very bossy and very mean sometimes.
She mean mugging you now, sir.
Oh, yeah, you can tell it. She's definitely mean. Yeah, you could definitely see. I mean, but you got to love her.
I knew it. I knew
the one
it.
and only
I
Mrs. Predator couple.
I knew it.
Don't play with me.
No, no, I've had enough conversations with you to know not to mess with you.
You want to know what, though? Here's the reason why. It's because I myself was in that kind of a situation at one point in time in my life. And luckily, I found the strength and the courage to escape that kind of a situation and find myself again. That's the commonality that you see with this kind of stuff is you see people going, I lost myself a little at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And when you lose yourself and you're alienated from everything and everyone that knew who you were, it's easy to be manipulated into what they expect you to be. And it's easy to be driven down into that kind of a mindset. And so I realized that I was teaching my boys that this is how you treat a woman. And I when I woke up and realized that was, I'm doing this for them. And so, yeah, I got out of that situation. Now, I can't say that it was as bad as what everyone else deals with. I don't know what everyone else deals with. It wasn't physical. It was more of an emotional and mental kind of a breakdown. But, I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm done.
Yep.
I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm taking my kids and I'm gone. And yeah, I stayed at my mom's and slept on an air mattress for 6 months and, got myself deposits saved up for an apartment, and had to take my kids back and forth on a motorcycle to their school. But, eventually it gets past it. And the best part about it is that every day I woke up, I found a little bit more of myself and a little bit more of myself. And eventually it got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm too good for this. And I will never, ever let anybody do that to me again. I will never lose myself again.
There you go. Now, Amber, like I said, you're Miss Predator. We're saying this is a love letter to the fans of the UFL. We met you the first time. I mean, you'd watched the show before. Like, how did you come about our craziness that's called this whole X-fan, whatever the hell we're called now? F.U.E.L. How did you come across us and find us and decide to like us?
It was the championship game. Ironically enough, the Roughnecks weren't even playing, but it was being held in San Antonio. And we're like, we're going to go show up and show out and let them South Oklahomans know that they got it by luck. Renegades. I'm teasing. All in good fun. But no, I showed up and, everybody was like, let's take pictures. Let's hang out. And then that's when I ran into you guys, and apparently you had something that had to happen inside the stadium and people kept pulling you apart. And I finally just walked up and said, dude, they're calling for you. Get out of here. Go, just go. And I started pushing y'all towards that. And you were like, I like you. You keep me on my toes. You keep me in check. And I said, well, get used to it because you're going to see a lot more of us around. And as a result, it kind of just grew into this big family, and I met the rest of the guys and we did karaoke later on and I was having a blast. So
now, I mean, you speak of that. Here it is. And this is what it's really all about. So let me show you guys. This is what it's really all about. I was doing an interview and I decided, I'm like, you know what? I was going to go back to the hotel to do the interview. And I said, screw it. Let's do it at the tailgate. And there it is. There's the picture of us all at the tailgate with you guys behind me. in the interview while we did the interview. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Reed was freaking out because he didn't know what was going to happen in the interview because of all of the fans. We almost talked me into stage diving, but I think Daddy Ed and Amanda put a stop to that one. If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, thank you for that, Amanda, because I was there front and center, and I did not want to be pummeled. So
And you would have never made it in the stadium.
No, I probably wouldn't have made it into the stadium. Amber, I know that we've had regular talks and stuff like that, but I'm going to tell this to you and Brahma Babe, because we have Will to get on. We're in overtime right now, but I know from the bottom of our hearts here at F.U.E.L, you two are a very integral part of F.U.E.L. So
well,
thank you guys very much for that.
I love my disco ball.
That's me.
She tries to make me wear blingy stuff, and I'm just not that person. I'm not that fan. I know a lot of women do it.
Like, how did that work? I can't.
Are you listen?
See, like, how is it working? I can't get it to work.
Just go away. You just go, and we can do it today. You got the support team around you. They're all ready to help you.
No.
Just say it one time. Just let it roll off your lips one time.
Who, Ed?
Yeah, he's wanting you to say it.
What's it say, right?
The horse?
What's it say right above your head? Just look up right above. Just look up, and there it is, right there. What does that say? Just let it roll.
Edod Gib. That's what it says. Edod Gib. Yeah, Edod Gib. That's what I see.
Miss Predator couple, Brahma Babe, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being a supporter of F.U.E.L and all that. We love you guys.
Yeah, I look forward to doing more events. Thank you, guys.
There you go.
Thank
All right,
you.
Renee, what do you got? You done? Oh, okay, they're done. You were sticking your finger up like you had something to say.
Oh, I wanted just to really, really quick. I just wanted to get props. I'll make it quick. I just want to say to Amanda and Mrs. Predator, here's the thing, guys. I mean, we're surrounded by these men, and they're amazing, and I love them all. But I am truly honored to be beside both of you. We are all very different. We bring different things to the table.
For sure.
Same, but different. But same.
I am so proud to be in the same circle as you two ladies, because you bring a positiveness to the sport of football. You know but you're also not afraid to use it in the right way. So thank you.
Yeah.
Ladies.
No, and I'll tell you right now, we love you too, you big disco ball. But no, I love these guys. A lot of these guys, they embrace me like a kid sister. And it's amazing, and I absolutely adore it. And then they hear me talk football, and they're like, "Oh, she actually knows what she's saying."
I'm just saying, when she was pushing me to go into the stadium, I was afraid she's going to kick my ass. That's all I got to say.
But no, anybody and everybody, especially you guys, invited to our Houston Roughneckers tailgate whenever you guys are into Houston. So I'm so glad that our Roughnecks kept the name. Yes, because that's what it was supposed to be. But players come and go, coaches come and go. It's the name and the brand that sticks. And I'm glad without y'all's help and the petition and everything and us making noise, we definitely would not have seen it. It'd have been a complete toss-up. So thank you for that. I appreciate y'all's help.
Like we said, this is about growing the fan base, and that's what this is all about. So that's why this show is being dedicated to the fans, to let the fans express how they feel, and that's why we did it. So this is all about you guys, not us. We're not the host. It's all the fans. All right, thank you guys for joining us.
Go Roughnecks!
All right, so there you go. All right, so we got to get Will on. Arlington, Will was with us way back in the day. Where'd Big Papa G go? He left. I don't know. Big Papa G's been sitting there so patiently. All right, here he is, the one and only Mr. Will Freeman with the Superman shirt on today.
Hey guys, I finally make my return on the show after over a year.
something like that. It's just, it's weird. B-Hawk Live has evolved into something else. The X-Fan, XFL, STL Talk Show, X-Fan Show, U-Fan Legion, now F.U.E.L has tied into something else. I do know that we do have something for you for the F.U.E.L Network very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk to, and I know I don't, Arlington, aren't you supposed to talk to him, or was I supposed to talk to him?
Somebody will talk to him.
Huh?
Somebody will talk to him.
Somebody. Well,
I'll
I can't
talk
remember.
to
There's
you, Will. I'll talk
so
to you.
much.
I'll talk to you.
So much. You know, here it is. Scott saying the insider. Brett has said that he has sent multiple emails to the league on behalf of the Roughnecks and the brand. Will, you started out just as a fan. Then you became the insider.
Yeah, I remember that a few years ago. Like when I can't remember, either it was your second or third show live that I was like putting up some updates just to help you guys out. And then Arlington goes into my now X, then Twitter DMs like if I want to come on the show. And I was like so nervous because I'm not really the type of social person back then when I was there. Of course, that's a little bit different now when people see me now. And like it, because if anyone sees that past show, I was nervous as hell. And there was that one show that it was just
Will,
being dirty on the phone that one time.
You might have been just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit nervous.
And that was that was a very small room when we first started.
It was a very hot room.
Very well, it was good in the winter, I will say that.
That was true. But it was loud as hell with everybody around us when the music started playing.
Well, everyone was doing heavy metal and trying to get in the F.U.E.L bar back in the time. So that's how that worked. And then, of course, every time we get on that one big elevator, we're just hoping, please don't break. Please don't break. For the love of God, please do not stop for the time to get in there.
Oh, my God, the steps. The little small steps to go up because when the elevator didn't work.
So let's do this. We got another guy all the way from San Antonio. Did he freeze? Oh, he's brushing his hair. I'm surprised he doesn't have his hat on backwards. I see that he dyed his beard a little bit so he doesn't look like me. The San Antonio ripoff version of Dirty, the one and only San Antonio Jay. How are you, sir?
Hey,
He went hardcore on you, dude.
That's all right. What it is he's mad because I'm here at the local PetSmart trying to get him some treats so we can teach him not to go on the carpet anymore. So
well played, sir.
See?
Yeah.
Well, we got some nice brushes back here for you for your mange and your fleas and stuff. We got you covered, baby.
I do have some fleas. Now, Jay, I remember when we first talked to you.
Oh gosh.
I remember we found you on Facebook. You were talking trash about the Battlehawks.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, it might have been actually Big Papa G. I think it might have been you that said, "Hey, there's a guy on Facebook talking smack on us." If I'm not mistaken, I think it might have been Big Papa G. So we found San Antonio Jay. And Brett says it'll take more than treats. And we reached out to him to get him on the show to start talking trash. What has made you stick with us this long?
Honestly, man, it's been the friendship that we built through this whole, frenemy thing, if you really want to call it that. Because, I mean, we talk trash, we bag on each other, but at the end of the day, we're all here to support the whole league, right? And so that's really what's kind of, helped me stick around was your encouragement, your continued.
Oh,
did we lose them?
Did you guys lose me?
Yeah, you're back now.
Oh, there you are. Okay, you're back.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, metal roof. What I was saying was it was your continued support, your encouragement, you encouraging us to launch shows such as Texans Talking Football or the Horns Forward podcast, all the fan events that we've done here and everything like that. It's been the support that we've garnered from really the X-Fan, now the U-Fan Nation. That's really kind of kept us around. Well, now F.U.E.L, right? Let's be honest. But it's been that continued support, that camaraderie, that willingness to go out of your way to help another fan base kind of grow their fan base and kind of paying it forward, if you will. That's what's caused me to stick around.
All right. There you go. All right. Well, go shop. Make sure you, like Brett says, make sure you get me more treats.
I'll get you more treats. I'm going to get you a shot collar, though, if you keep going on the floor. Okay.
Okay, that'll work.
Oh,
That'll
easy.
work. I have
Oh,
a
Going
feeling. I
forward,
have a
let's
feeling
go.
Daddy had to like that.
Give me like 3 or 4
2024
of them.
UFL champions right here, San Antonio Brahmas.
twice
Let's
a
go.
year,
Oh
man.
yeah, that's not how that
I
works. See,
want
that's
the
how you do that. You
high-powered,
just kick
the
him out.
high-powered ones.
Yeah, you
I
just
want
kick
the
him out.
high-
He's gonna sit there and talk
Hey,
crazy,
that's
San
crazy.
Antonio, being the
Okay.
champs. Well, look, Big Papa G has just been so beautiful and patient.
I'm finna mute you if you don't say nothing to him, man. I'm finna mute you right now. I swear.
No, okay. So, like, we met Big Papa G at the original show, at the original tailgates,
Right.
where he was the official DJ, right? But Big Papa G, from then till now, what has it been like being on this entire crazy ride with this craziness that we call the F.U.E.L?
I think it's just been awesome, dude. I mean, honestly, I don't usually hold on to clothes after 2 or 3 years, but I am wearing the official. This is how official it is. This is the official Battlehawk sweatshirt that they gave me because they didn't have any sizes, so they had to give me a fake version, no F.U.E.L or nothing on it. They put my name in the back of it, which is cool. But
Yeah.
I literally had to get permission. They gave me the logo and I had to do my own sweatshirt. But it was worth it because I got a chance to meet all you guys. Will was part of that group on stage. Well, we had to shut Dirty down because he was starting to curse on the microphone.
I was not.
You did so. Don't lie.
I was not.
We still have a nice
You
picture
was
of
getting out of
a group
control.
of us
And
on
I
the stage.
told you, do not.
I do
Get out
not
of
recall
control.
that. Derek, do you recall me cussing on stage?
He wasn't even there.
I recall lots of things.
Will, do you recall me cussing on stage? Watch what you say and be careful, Will.
Yes.
It might be close.
Thank you, Will.
It might have been close, but I was kind of worried because it seemed like we're pumping up a crowd. I thought for a moment you were going to try to jump into the crowd at one point. When you were trying to pump up that crowd.
Now this goes back to the table thing. I'm just saying.
This
there's
was after the
a
table, if
pattern
I'm not
of
mistaken.
behavior.
Speaking of the
Wasn't this
table, because
after the table?
Arlington, we talked about this. One option was a friend of his actually powerbombed him through the table, but we chose to go that route. Of course, Jason kind of I don't know, looked like a failed kick jump to me or something. How that
All
happened.
right,
but
watch it, Will.
All right, so
What do you
layman
think?
terms, he's an idiot.
What do you think? What do you think, Dirty? Should we do it right this time? Week 1 in Arlington before the Stallions game. I will launch you through a table, and you can do it right this time. How about it?
Oh,
There has to be
Live on the show. I will
something
do the
on the line.
fireman's carry toss right in through the table.
and
Get
Mama
the
Bear
doctors
is
ready.
going to let you have it after this show.
Get the doctors ready. I can't
What's it
wait.
gonna do? What's it gonna be?
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna
the
have my
mother
dad
of
and
all
Dirty
podcast
in
show,
prison,
Big
in
Daddy
the
Ed,
hospital.
launching Dirty through a flaming table.
He's gonna be in the hospital. I can't right now. Don't you dare!
Everybody
I
here.
cannot.
So, you know,
What
Champ
is
is going,
wrong
what's
with
up,
you?
buddy?
Why would
Scott's
you
saying it's
ask
got to
him
be
that?
for a tailgate. Brett's saying it's got to be a shot collar. Battlehawk tailgate. Okay, you know what? Here's what happened. Here's what I'll
Dad,
say.
are you an idiot? Have you lost your mind?
Wear a shot collar. Is what Brett's saying. Wear a shot collar.
Y'all still ain't did. As long as we've done this, y'all still didn't get the 5,000, so he can't do the shot collar.
Yeah, I
true.
remember the talks with the shot collar. Dear
This
Lord.
is not
$5,000 with the shot collar.
jackass of Fuel.
Y'all didn't do
Okay,
it. So
this is not.
that's off the
Last
table.
I checked,
Listen,
this is not.
No, listen. We have to be.
Jackass Fuel
Listen,
edition.
we have to
My
be
name's
professional.
Dirty, and this is Jackass.
Listen, we have to be professional.
Oh, you want to be professional now?
We
I
have
can,
to be.
I can
that's
keep it
getting you a
real
lot of places right
professional.
now.
You want to be professional now?
I can
we
keep it
don't know
real
what happened.
professional.
What is this
So
all
if
about?
you guys
know what?
get us to 5,000 followers,
That's 5,000. 5 big ones.
5,000 followers
On You Fan Legion.
at Spring Stock,
He's insured.
At Spring Stock, I will go through another flaming table.
At the hands
Stock
of
live on the air.
At the hands of.
Listen, Big Daddy.
Fill in the blank.
Listen.
Fill in the blank.
Listen. Have you lost your mind? What are you doing right now? Where's
up,
my
Marco?
mom? Where is she? Where's
If
my
we
mom?
get to Mama Bear is going to kill me, but if we get to 5,000 followers, I will go through a flaming table.
I can't wait. Come on, y'all gotta do this, man. Listen.
Now, how high is the question?
I don't know yet, Will. We'll figure that out. Shut up, Will.
It's got to be out of a bed of a truck. It's gotta be out of a bed of a truck.
What's wrong with you? Get back to Big Papa G talking about being on the stage before I get into any more dumb bets.
Yeah, I noticed that. Hey, no, overall, I just want to say it's awesome meeting you guys in 2020. Continue this. Like I said, it started off as getting you guys up on the stage because you guys were already doing something that no one else was doing, which was pretty much a show for the community, like for the people, for the fans. And you got more people involved with that. You got me involved the week before. That's why I was like looking for you guys and contacting you guys to get up on the stage. Because again, the way I looked at it, I had an opportunity in the platform, and it wasn't about me. It was about getting people in the community up on that stage. And we ended up doing that. And that's how a lot of people got to meet a lot of the mascots for the first time, because we used them also up there on stage. We did some fun stuff with actual fans. And I'm just saying that's something that I'm always going to remember and always going to treasure. And with that, I got to meet so many people. And on my shows, I mentioned who's Cardinal fans, who are, City fans, Blues fans. And then I always end it with my Battlehawk fans. And people who are Battlehawk fans, I always say one thing: you know what to do in the count of three. 1, 2, 3. And all you hear is caca all over the place. So all of that started because of you guys. Again, you guys have a platform that you open it up for oh, that's it right there. Yep. See, that's the same sweatshirt. Oh, but anyway, and I still have that caca hat too.
Look at that barrel. Look at that barrel on me. God.
Yeah. But what's it called? Like I said, you guys had a platform for the community, for the people, for the fans. You guys are using it. You continue doing it, and I think that's the reason why this show is awesome. And I'm just glad I was part of it, and I'm glad that I can always be part of it and help out any which way I can. No matter what's coming up in the future, always here for you guys, because you guys are family, and so family always stick together. So I almost sounded like Fast and Furious, but you know what I mean.
Right, yeah. He goes, Dirty, you were just a kid. No, I wasn't a kid. But Big Papa G, it's funny that you say that, because I have something for you.
Okay.
I've had it for a while now. Okay.
A long time now.
Long time, but right here.
Oh, I will work.
It's the Big Papa G B-Hog Live shirt with right here with the logo right on the back.
That's awesome.
Big Papa G, when I started on this show, you were on the show with Dirty and I, and I can't say enough about you. And to be honest with you, you are the DJ that should be the DJ of the St. Louis Battlehawks. Just saying.
Hold on, Hyena. Do me a favor, Dirty. Put on the spotlight, please, so that everybody can see what you just said. The big spotlight.
Okay. So there you go.
One more time, girlfriend.
I have to say, Big Papa G is the DJ that should be the DJ of the St. Louis Battlehawks. Because let me tell you, he knows how to get a party started. So we love you, Big Papa G.
The official DJ of the St. Louis Battlehawks.
No, I appreciate it. Like I said, no matter what happens, I know when I do my thing on my weekends and I'm in front of 200, 300, or 20 people, it doesn't matter. I always think about my Battlehawk because I know that's something that I'm always going to think about. So, no, overall, guys, I just want to say thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. And like I said, I'm always here for you guys whenever I'm available to do whatever I can for you guys. And everybody should know that this show is official. This show is the real deal. And it's going to take some time. People know what's going on, but they better start getting ready, because someone's going to snatch you guys and it's going to take you guys for a ride. And it's going to be an awesome ride. And some of those people that should have done it, just going to lose out. So I just want to say,
my way, sir. I received them today.
Thank you. We love you, Big Papa G. And what we're going to do now, we're at an hour and a half. We were wanting to do an hour, so we're going to do the wrap-ups. So Big Papa G, that was your thank you. So we thank you, sir. Thank you for being a supporter of ours. We do love you so much. We appreciate it. See, and the heart thing ain't working for him.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. No, I want to see that.
There goes Big Papa G. All right, Will, I'm going to go to you next. Will, is there anything you'd like to say? Thank you to anything and all of that stuff? Go.
I just want to thank everybody here, and like this show has done a transformation from since the beginning back in 2019. Like good days, and you failed to mention the dark apocalypse type days we had back in 2020. That was definitely some dark days.
We try to keep from talking about that stuff.
We try to keep talking about the sports apocalypse. Will, be quiet. Will, go on, finish your thank you.
It's great how this show has transformed since its beginning. And hopefully we get to those 5,000 followers, and for Dirty to get, hopefully he doesn't break his back, though you might want to have some flame retardant type clothing for that, just as a precaution. And then it's great how this show has become, and hopefully when the schedule gets here soon, we can help and plan for some stuff in the future. And here's hoping we have that game in Memphis away for this season, because that's going to be fun.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Will. We love you and appreciate you, Will. Thank you for always being there. And Will, one of us is going to call you. I promise. One of us is going to call you because we have an idea for you for F.U.E.L. So one of us is going to call you, bro.
All right.
So thank you. All right. There goes Will. All right, Derek. You're next, Derek, to say your thank yous, goodbye, whatever the hell it is you want to say.
Oh, God.
And this is all seriousness. Thank you, Arlington. Thank you, Dirty, for everything that you guys have done, the hoops that you guys have jumped through to continue this beautiful thing that you guys continue to build on, to involve the fans. And it cannot be stated enough, the amazing people like Amanda, like Ed, that you guys have brought in to do this just wonderful thing. And I just can't say enough, and I don't want to get too sappy about it. So, I'm just going to kind of leave it at that, but that's kind of how I feel about it. And we're going to push forward, and everything's going to be awesome. And there's going to be more to do on the backside of this. And there's going to be a lot of fun stuff that I know you guys are going to be working on and doing. And let's keep doing it. Let's keep pushing forward.
Don't like that yet, Brett, because you're next. All right, Derek. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, bro. I love you. Thank you for the support.
Love you guys.
You've been huge. All right, let's bring Brett on to let Brett give his thank yous of whatever it is he wants to give thank you. Go ahead, Brett.
Thank you to all the fans again. Let's continue to promote spring football. Let's grow the UFL, and thank Dirty and Arlington, the OGs of spring football podcast. And I feel like the UFL really needs to look at all of us, Ed, Amanda, Arlington, Dirty, Eric, and myself, under the F.U.E.L umbrella as kind of being your official spokesman. I feel like anytime coaches should have availability under the F.U.E.L umbrella at any time, players. This is spring football. This show, what we do on our pages, on our groups, and I feel like the league is missing out if they don't give Dirty, Arlington, and us an opportunity to continue to promote this league officially and get all these coaches on, and let's continue these shows, and we're going to be here for years and years to come. Thanks again, guys.
Well, Brett, we love you, so now I'm going to remove you.
Brett.
Thanks, Brett.
But you can stick around in the background. All right, Daddy Ed. I know you got some thank yous that you want to do.
Man, not all night. We ain't got
all
all
right,
night.
so we got to speed it up. I know you got some
let me. I'll go last, because then that way you guys can cut me off.
No, you ain't going last. Go.
Oh my God. All I got to say is, if you watch our shows, and I don't care, fill in the blank, B-Hawk Live, the X-Fan Show, Bottom Line, you name it. One thing, if you actually watch the shows, you'll be able to honestly tell yourself that these guys love spring football. It's all we've ever wanted to talk about. It's what we want to do. So you can't control the narrative. You can't continue to tell us that we're something that we're not, because the proof is in the pudding. All you got to do is watch the shows and form your own judgment. So all I can say is, kind of like what he was just saying, either jump on the bandwagon or not, but we're going places.
Well, weren't you going to talk about something else too that the fans helped us create?
The beer, Daddy.
Hold on.
Okay. You gotta love.
Going to go get that.
You gotta love Daddy.
Amanda, do you have anything to say?
Well, no, hold on. Here he is. He's back. Hold on. I know Amanda's is going to be a little emotional, so we're going to have to kick her off quick.
Listen,
this beautiful can.
Thank you to the fans, because they helped us create that.
Yeah, this was created because of you, the fans. Wild Sun stepped up to the plate, and we've got something really special going with Wild Sun, because they see the big picture, and they see what the Battlehawks mean to St. Louis and what things like this can do for not only the show, but for the Battlehawks, for the whole fan base of St. Louis.
Yes, sir.
Until one day, you're going to see this. I don't care whether it's got a B-Hawk Live logo on it, whether it's got a St. Louis Battlehawk logo on it, or whatever. One of these days, they're going to get smart. It's a local brewery like Wild Sun Winery. Everyone is going to be drinking that can before the game because it all represents the St. Louis Battlehawks, and it's being done for the right reasons. And enjoy the tailgates coming up this spring, because B-Hawk Live beer, Wild Sun beer, of all of it, IPA, citrus, you name it, it will all be there for everyone to enjoy. So get ready to strap it on, because it's
here,
coming.
it's a great tasting beer. All right, Daddy, we're getting you out of here
so.
because I know
Yes.
you'll keep going, and I love you, brother. Thank you for being part of this craziness with this. But stay around. Stay around. All right, Hyena. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? You sure you're going to be able to do your thank you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, here you go.
Okay, I just want to say this isn't just a show for the fans, right? This is a show that gives back. As you all know, a while back in September, we did an Autism Speaks charity event where 100%, yes, I said 100% of proceeds went directly to Autism Speaks. And we were able to present that big check for almost $6,800 to Autism Speaks Walk, which was in early October. As a mother of a child with special needs, I can't thank you enough to all the fans that when I couldn't be at a game, they literally gave me messages of well wishes for my son, Daddy Ed's grandson, and it meant a lot to me. Not just that, I want to say this too. Arlington, you're like a big brother to me. When I started this show, I didn't know how I was going to do it. And you're literally someone that I can call just to put it all out and vent it all out. And we've had lots of conversations, and we're not just friends, we're family. And I adore you, I respect you, and I admire you for being who you are. And I appreciate you allowing my dad and I to step in on this amazing platform to do what we love, which is amazing. Dirty. Oh, Lord. Where do I start? Okay. You are the most amazing, supportive, filthy mouthed, sweatpants wearing, hat backwards man. but you're more than that to me. You are a rock for my son, and you were completely supportive of us having the event for Autism Speaks. And you were a huge part of raising that almost $6,800. And I can honestly say, yes, everyone, as your girlfriend, I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. And I appreciate you, most importantly, for the man you are, the person you were, and the man you are today. So, and for inviting none other than my own father to this show. So, yeah, that's that.
All right, Hina, you're gone. That was a good one. You got Phil crying. All right, Arlington. Oh wait, Daddy Ed says he wants to say something, so I'm gonna bring her.
5
Daddy Ed back.
seconds.
All right, 5 seconds. Go.
What the hell's the deal? You two ding dongs, have my daughter saying things to you that she has never said to me. That's bullcrap. That's all I got to say. Okay.
We take Daddy Ed off. All right, brother.
Stay
It's
here.
2019 all over again.
Don't leave, man.
Oh, I'm not gonna leave. It's your turn.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you for everything. The last 5 years that we've done this show together, man, have been the world to me. People that I thought had my back did not. And that's okay. At the end of the day, because, sir, you were there for me in a dark time. When Ivory Griffin passed away back in 2022, you was there. You didn't have to be. You didn't have to show up. You didn't have to embrace it, but you did. You didn't have to call me to check on me just to make sure I was okay. I said I was not going to do this, but I did it anyway. Thank you, Linda Brown, for all of this. Thank you, Linda. You have no idea how much this chemistry that we had, and I know I deal with you on a daily, I deal with you weekly, but because you are my brother. You are my brother, and I love you, and I will be there for you whenever you need me there. Because you are there for me. I'm so grateful for you. I'm grateful for every fan that tuned into this show every single week. We can go whatever day, any time slot. You guys are there, and I love you for it. I love you for it. You don't understand how much love I have and how much I can't explain it. Even those that are not there, I love you too. Those that we're not cool anymore, I love you too. I love you all. And let's keep this thing rolling. I'm done.
You're gonna stay on too. So
this all started. Keep trying, man. So hell, I don't care. I don't care what you say about me.
Well, if you want to take yourself off, bro, whatever. Take yourself off. But no. Here's how it really boils down to. 2019, when it was announced that St. Louis was getting a team, you were the first person that I thought of to do this show with. And like you said, thank you to Linda Brown, who put us together way back there in Ferguson when we started doing that show, and I was helping you produce. You've made me a better broadcaster. You've made me a better producer. You have made me a much, much better person than I can ever imagine. There was things that have been said that we've went through all of this, saying, let's do this, let's do that. I said, this show is not me or Arlington. Without me or Arlington, this show doesn't exist. And I will always be there for you. I will always love you. You are my brother. And it doesn't matter if I have to make another 6-hour drive for you. I'll make another 6-hour drive for you. It didn't bother me. I would do it because I knew you would. Thank you to Daddy Ed. Well, actually, I'm going to go to the fans first. So thank you to all the fans. And you guys watch us weekly. We did the numbers, and it's 3,000 hours out of your guys' life a year. 8,700 hours in the year. You guys have spent, each and every single one of you has spent 3,000 hours with us in a year. Thank you to all of you people for making us. Thank you for making me get my Battlehawks tattoo. Thank you for making me jump through a flaming table. Thank you for all of the craziness that has happened through these 5 years of doing this, because without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this show. Me and Arlington have always said it. This show is driven by you guys. You guys are the fans. You guys are the actual host. We're not. We're just the moderators of this show. It's you guys who are the hosts. You guys, the fans. You guys have seen, this is exactly how our show goes. What you saw is what we do. We don't prepare. This is how it is. You guys see it. You guys dictate everything we talk about. Daddy Ed, thank you for believing of us all the way back there in 2020. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for coming to the events that we have done. Thank you for joining when Arlington went to Houston. I needed people to keep B-Hawk Live going. And the next person I'm getting ready to thank was one of the first people that we talked about. It was all about chemistry. We had a lot of co-hosts with us. But I talked to Arlington. I said, here's who I think we should do B-Hawk Live with. Arlington's like, yes, let's do it. Daddy Ed, your name was there to do it. So thank you, sir, for believing in this half-witted idiot who jumps through flaming tables and got stupid tattoos for making bets. So thank you for that. So to the hyena, huh? I'm not even going to I'll call her Amanda. Daddy Ed's going to get mad, but it's okay. It's already, Daddy Ed let it out of the box a long time ago, as some of you guys know, that me and Amanda are dating. Yeah. Thank you for pushing me. And even though you get mad at me because I want to train stuff like Arlington does, I know that you guys have, you and Arlington have had talks about it, me wanting to change stuff. And Arlington said, get used to it. I dealt with it for 5 years. I'm never happy in what I do when it comes to this show. It's because of the fans of why I'm never happy. I always wanted to involve. I always wanted to be better for the fans. So for that, I thank you. Blake, that's my little dude right there. That's my little dude. That's my little homie, Blake, and I'd do anything for him. So when it came to our event, you and Daddy Ed said you wanted to do a For Autism Speaks. Even when I told Arlington, he's like, let's do it. It's a perfect cause. And it was. And it was thank you to the fans. So, sweetie, thank you. I love you for doing this show and putting up with me and putting up with all the craziness like Arlington. You've only dealt with it for a little year. Arlington's dealt with it for 5 years. So, he's got some time on you. Derek King, Gene Bond, thank you guys over at Gateway City Sports for believing in me and Arlington and doing this and believing us and putting us on your network. It really does mean a lot. Phil, Phil says it right here. He goes, half-wit, you think you're a half-wit? Yeah, I've been told I've been a half-wit all my life. I've been told I've been a loser. I've told I've been a bum. But these people that were on this show tonight, especially the man sitting right there next to me 5 years ago, believed in me and believed that we could do this, and we've accomplished it after being shit on by everybody in St. Louis. That man stuck by my side and believed in every little dumb, minute detail that I wanted to do. Derek, you and Gene did the same thing. Daddy Ed and Hyena have done it for the last 18 months believed in every dumb little ideal I have. Brett, me and Brett's had some long conversations during COVID. And
I forgive you, man.
Brett, always know I love you, and I'm always there for you, man. I am always there. Have a special thank you to Byron, Newbie, and Palmer. Thank you. Thank you for the light that you brought into my life. And I have one more special thank you. I would like to say thank you to Jeff Alstetler. And thank you to Brian Stahl.